Hey, what's going on, guys? Battle Nation Zimper here, back today with another video. And guys, we're back in the sandbox. Don't worry, not permanently, just visiting back here for a little visit because I'm not gonna lie, I have a little bit of nostalgia for this place because this is the only place where you can do things like this and spawn in crazy things like custom, and you can do this. Where is a good one? Whirlpool, oh yeah. Look at this. Let's go ahead and put it right next to the supply drop. It looks so weird. But yeah, just here back in the sandbox having a little bit of fun. Just to do a commentary video for Battle Nations. So I'm loving the episodes. Definitely going to keep the daily episodes up, along with bringing back the memes on Reddit. But also just wanted to say, thinking about doing some commentary videos like this, but also just doing it in the sandbox and saving the gameplay for the episodes where we make progression and of course record all of the progression on that series. But wanted to do something special here because I thought it was pretty interesting how there's a lot of stuff to talk about Battle Nations, and probably the coolest thing, or one of the coolest things that kind of struck me the other day while I was going through some of the missions and going through the Wikipedia, is how many cool one-use things there are in Battle Nations. And I guess technically unused content is, things that were never used. So I apologize for the clickbait, the first time I've ever done it. I hope it to be the last. And I would say though, there's a good case for saying that this was super underused. And my primary example, the one that even made me, think about making this video, was this bad boy right here. He should be popping up on screen. This is the sandworm trap. You make it for one mission, which I'm ironically enough currently doing in the Battle Nation series, and that's why I was looking it up in the Wikipedia. I was grabbing its image for the thumbnail of that video, and I was just looking at it. Again, I'm going to throw it up on screen real quick. It's so good. It's designed so well. And you know how many times you see this bad boy? Once. It's shown once in the mission in the building where you build it. It's built in the tool shop. Either, the regular tool shop or Zoe's advanced tool shop. But either way, it's showed that one time in the, building dialog, the menu, you can build it and then that's it. So why did they put so much design into it? Like stuff like this, it's my genuine belief, is what made Battle Nation so great. If in anything, I wish they would have continued this level of detail, but if anything, they should have made it just a little bit, more readily. Oh, we can put this bad boy, hopefully, right here. It's not what I meant to grab, but it'll work fine. But no, as I was saying, it's so much detail into the things that were used just once that you almost really made them want to use it again. Another great example, and this one's a little bit less, but it's just something that also kind of immediately comes to mind. Also, by the way, if you guys have an item that you liked, please comment it down below and let me know what it is so I can look it up on the wiki, or you can let other people in the Battle Nation community know, because I know a lot of people have a lot of items that they're just really hooked to or they thought were really good. Another one that always crosses my mind is all the cookies. It's a one-time make in the bakery, and it's literally just baking cookies for the Raider kids. And it's like, why can't that be a mission that you can just, do repeatably? Or, why can't that be something that, once you do, you have it unlocked forever, and it's just, another mission? But why did they animate cookies so well? Like, again, I'm just going to go ahead and throw it up on the screen real quick. Why did they do this? It's so good. So I would genuinely say another wish list to add for the Madrona Games thing is, and they're already doing this with the beta and technically with the game itself, is just to reuse some of this content. There is so much good Battle Nations content that I felt for the most part was either only one time used or just completely unused. I know there's a whole, controversy slash, argument going around that the Navy was unused. And I'll be honest, that was, I'd say, less on Battle Nation's part, more just factor that, of course, we know the story. King bought them out, shut down, sad. Of course, I can't put that on Battle Nations. I don't think they, had the foresight of that. But I mean, at the end of the day, Battle Nations shut down. It gave its shutdown message and, closed down servers with that infamous shot of Morgan. I'll throw it up on screen real quick. But this is what most people saw at their last, image with Battle Nations. This was their loading screen. And then, of course, just a little sad message saying, servers closed. Or some people didn't get that. They just got, endless connection, Wi-Fi connection, Wi-Fi down. Man, those were sad times. And then we had to wait a decade for it to come back. Like, I sometimes feel that that was a lifetime ago. I mean, I know the 2010s weren't that long ago, and if somebody in your 40s or 50s, you might think me calling a decade a lifetime is something to scoff at. But genuinely, though, you guys remember playing OG Battle Nations? That genuinely feels like a lifetime ago. I always come into the sandbox just wanting to place like stupid stuff like oil rigs and whirlpools, but always end up getting caught up with the silly stuff, just the simple stuff, like the sand-worn ranch. I could build this in the beta right now and it will actually function, but just building it here for zero cost and zero thought, it's something fun about it. But just as I was saying, these one-time uses, and the last thing I want to cover in this one-time use video, and of course, want it to be a discussion, something you guys can comment down below, and we can have a, civil discussion with, ourselves and other members of the Battle Nations community. What do you guys think would be the best, I guess, say, implementation of all Battle Nations content going forward? Because I personally love what Madrona Games is doing right now. There's so much Battle Nations content that if they just bring it back, they could give us constant updates like they're doing for the next 2 years. Just bringing stuff back legitimately. Like, guilds aren't in the game yet. Boss strikes aren't in the game yet. Most late game stuff like the Spider Wasp and a few other late tier missions aren't in the game yet. We just got the Navy back. Heck, in all relative terms, we just got past the sandbox. We just got into the beta. So there's a lot to remember here. And genuinely, I really like this building. Genuinely, I think that if Madrone James just keeps doing what they're doing, we have another 2 years of great content. But then even after that, I don't think they need to stress themselves making too much new content. Of course, I would love to see new content. I think we all would like to see new content. But at the end of the day, if they just bring back what we do and then reincorporate it in a new way, like, just letting us replay some of these missions or using these mission textures or, these already designed items over and over again in a fun, creative way, by all means, I think that's how we get the new Battle Nations to not only succeed, but thrive. And I have full faith that Madrona Games will do something to that effect. Maybe not exactly like that, but similar to that effect, continue what they're doing, bringing back each update one by one by one, until eventually we have all of old Battle Nations back, and then they can start crafting the old material into new things, and of course, making new Battle Nations content. Man, this thing looks really cool. Let's just slop down like 5. Oh yeah, this looks like a Dark Soul boss. But yeah, that will just about do it for today, guys. Wanted to make a smaller little discussion video here, just discussing something to do with Battle Nations. Nothing concrete, but more just, an opinions video. And it's something that we can discuss because I feel there is a lot of things in Battle Nations that's just, unused, or as I basically said, just one time used in this video. And I feel if Madrona James were just to reincorporate that, not even stress themselves with the worry of having to do anything new. I think they have another 2 years of just great content making, and I think within another few months, honestly, I think sometime early this year we're going to see the full launch, the full free launch, and man, I think that's the floodgate. I think that's all hell breaking loose in metaphorical terms, of course, and I think at that point we could see the sky being the limit. As I've said from the start, of course, very biased. I believe Battle Nations has massive potential. I think this game will go far. And once it gets on public release, I think it will not only meet where it was back in the day, I think it will far exceed that. Because again, this game is something special. We all know that. And I think the release of full free premium and it being managed by Madrona Games, which I believe is a very competent company, will bring this game to unbelievable new heights. And I just can't wait to see that. So, yeah, that just about does it for today, guys. I'm throwing down a few of these bad boys because, man, don't they look cool? There's so many unique buildings. I love how I was just talking about unused content, and I'm showing the content that a lot of it's unused. But in all seriousness, that will do it for us today, guys. Let's end this video off right by seeing how tall we can get one of these bad boys. Let's see. I think this is like the longest strip I got. Okay, let's do it. Nope. Up. There we go. Yes. Keep it going. It's like that one mission in Undertale. Wow. What a masterpiece. I love this game so much. It's such a good game. And I think that's the perfect way to end it off for today. So yeah, guys, what do you guys think? Do you guys want to see more reused, unused content in a sense, stuff that was only used one time be brought back for more and more wide uses in the future, maybe mixed in with some more new future content? Or do you guys like to see exclusively future content? Get Battle Nations back to, I guess you'd say, a base form, and then try to switch to only new content, kind of put the unused content as more of a relic of the past. Let me know in the comments down below. Please keep it all civil and respectful, and by all means, as long as it's that and Battle Nations related, anything goes. And thank you very much for watching today's episode. I greatly appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider dropping a like down below and subscribing if you are new. And as always, have a great rest of your day. Magnificent.